All right, hello everybody. This is Matthew here. I'm outside at my school. It's a little windy, so I apologize if there's any, residual um, wind noise. I do apologize about that. I'm just gonna kind of talk here for a little bit. Today is 31 days that I haven't had any alcohol, so that's cool. And overall, I feel really good. The past week or so, I've been getting really bad sleep, but I think that's an unrelated issue. And I'm actually really tired today, even though I got decent sleep last night. I did work out this morning, but I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. I'm gonna prop my arm up there. But yeah, so 31 days no alcohol. The only reason I'm making the video about this is, well, a few different reasons, but this is 31 days where I don't plan on ever drinking again. In the past, I've gone sober for a month, 2 months, 3 months, whatever. I think the longest I ever went, where I was trying or making an effort or, just making a conscious decision to do it. Especially when my drinking was starting to get a little more intense. I think I went like 8 months, something like that. So, this is it for me, because I can't. I like it too much. That's the issue. I like drinking a little too much, if you know what I'm talking about. For people who drink like me or how I did, I wasn't like a daily drinker. There'd be times where I drank, 3-4 days in a row, whatever. But like every time I would drink a lot, and I would drink like in excess, and it wasn't ever just like, oh, I'll just have like a couple beers, 1-2 beers. Like, no, it was like, let's drink like 6 to 10 to 12 beers, and then like some shots and stuff and whatever, and it really changed. There would be times where I would kind of curtail myself, and I would only drink like, but to me, light drinking was like 4 or 5 beers. That's like a light drinking day to me. If I had like 4 or 5 beers, or even like 6 beers, if they were like light beers, I'd be like, oh, I'm good, bro. It's a light day. It's like I didn't even drink, because I didn't have a hangover. And that's how I would kind of judge if I really drank the night before, was if I had a hangover the next day or not. But just a little background on. Sorry, there's a bug on my hand. A little background on my drinking history. I started drinking when I was like 14, 15. Is when I like drank for the first time, like really. And then I would, when you're 14, 15, obviously you can't buy it, and you get it sometimes here and there. So it was a very normal, sporadic kind of drinking when I was 14. But then it turned, never really a regular thing. Like I said, I would drink here and there, but I really, really liked it. I loved it. Even back then, I was like, dude, this is great. I see why people do this all the time. It's awesome. I love it. Um, and then it kind of evolved. And really, when I started drinking heavier was probably when I turned around 19. Or 18, let's say 18. Around 18, I knew that I liked to drink, and I knew I could and liked to drink a lot. And so whenever I would drink, I would just go balls to the wall. That's when I was drinking a lot of hard alcohol. Towards the end, I kind of veered away from the hard alcohol because I realized like how much I liked it, and how easy it is to overdrink on hard alcohol. Hold on, let me move my little setup here. Super professional setup. Got the wired mic, wired AirPod, or wired headphone microphone, and me holding it. So good stuff. But I really I drink a lot of hard alcohol when I was 18, 19. Me and my friends would get like a handle of like R&R, or like some equally bad, cheap liquor, and we'd drink it, a lot of it. Kill the whole handle in one night between like 2-3 people. So, and I was like, but you're 19, so the next morning, yeah, you feel horrible, and there's booze coming out of your skin, and your breath smells like alcohol. But you just, do a little manual labor, go to work, smoke a little weed, do some push-ups and jumping jacks, and by noon you feel great. So you get that invincible, oh, I'm fine, I feel great, I'm fine, I can drink like this all the time. And I did. I would drink, I don't really remember. That's, the one side effect of the alcohol, even if it wasn't a lot, and all the, combined drug use that I did when I was younger. My long-term memory is not the best. Especially, I remember a lot of things, but there's a lot of things I also don't remember. So I don't remember exactly the drinking pattern that I had when I was like 19. All I know is that it was like pretty frequent and I drank a lot. And then once I got into my 20s, especially 21, is when, you get on the bars. Of course, you can go into bars, you can buy it. So I was going to the bar, every weekend. I worked at like Target at that time. So, I lived up with my dad, so I didn't have to pay any rent. I was buying, drugs and alcohol and, food and stuff with my money. So, I'd get off work at Target. I'd go to the bar with my friends. We'd drink. I'd go home. I would drink more. And that continued on for a while. And I did that. That was a pretty repeatable pattern till I was like, in my 20s, 25-ish. Because around 23, let's see, if I turned 21 I'm 32 now, so 11 years ago, 2015, yeah, so 24 is when I got this big boy job working at the hospital, and I made a lot of money, and I could go out and I could buy really nice alcohol and really nice drugs, so I would do that. But then that was kind of when I first started getting really bad anxiety and hangover, anxiety, and really my hangovers were starting to catch up with me a little bit. And that's when I kind of realized, whoa, I should probably slow down. And so I kind of curtailed it. Periods, a few months, 3 months of not drinking, but then I would go right back up to it. And and then the same kind of thing. I would drink a lot. Not every day though, so I told myself, you're not drinking every day, so you're good. Drink a lot. Just drink and drink. Going to the bar, going home. But that's the thing too. I really like drinking by myself. I love drinking at home by myself. When I hit my 20s is when I really started doing that. And I'd drink, and I would drink. I would black out. I would drink so much I'd black out just by myself at home, chilling. Have a bottle, drink most of the bottle. That's why I stopped. And I think that's kind of scared me with the hard alcohol. I stopped because I was like, oh, you're buying a bottle of hard alcohol. That's way more standard drinks than, a 12-pack or a 6-pack. So if you buy those, like, it's not as bad. Even though if you're buying a 6-pack of like 9%, alcohol, like beer, it's still a lot of standard drinks. So anyway, this all kind of continued for just off and on from 24, 25, 26, up to my 30s, just off and on, just drinking a lot, often, not every day though, so I'm good, not every day, so I'm good, off and on, hangovers getting worse and worse. First time the hangover felt like you needed to go to the hospital, I was like, damn, that sucks, I'll never drink that much again. Lie. Drink and drink and drink. Not every day though, so it's okay. So that cycle continues. And then here we go, the most recent past couple years. Past couple years are special because I'm drinking more, blacking out easier, and I'm like running out of booze, and then I'm leaving my house to go get more, and I'm drunk. And sometimes I wouldn't drive, sometimes I would drive. I would drive to the store drunk. I gotta go get more booze. I need more. So I'd run out, but I didn't want to buy hard alcohol because that would mean I'm an alcoholic if I drink hard alcohol. So, whether or not even now, I don't know if I am an alcoholic. Maybe, alcohol use disorder, sure. But we'll kind of come to that. Yeah, and I was starting, and this is for even. Previously, I would go to work. Before 2-3 years ago, I'd go to work hungover. I wouldn't care. I'd do whatever hungover. That's fine. Once I started getting into my 30s, being hungover, it really takes it out of you. and I was drinking so much, and not so much in the sense of like every day, but like when I would drink so much that my hangovers were so gnarly that I'm like missing work. I'm calling out of work because I'm hungover. I'm not going to school, and most importantly, I wasn't going to church. You know, I'd go way too hard Saturday night, and then Sunday morning comes along, and I'm not going to church, and that's not great. So, um, I'm doing all this stuff, but in my mind, I'm like, well, it's not that bad because I'm not drinking every day. That same kind of excuse, that same pattern of thought is, oh, well, I don't drink every day, so it's not that big a deal. I mean, it's bad. And around that time, too, when I was like a couple years, this is maybe about a year or two ago, is when in my mind, I was thinking, like, am I an alcohol? Like, those are the first thoughts of, like, do I have a problem with alcohol? Like, I had those kind of thoughts previously, you know, but they would come and go. Like these ones, this is when it was really starting to stay with me. Was like a year ago. I was like, damn, am I an alcoholic? Like, or do I have like an alcohol use disorder, or am I, you know, is this an issue for me? Like, no, surely not, right? Like anybody but me. Like I'm fine. And then that's it. I mean, that's how the cycle was going, and it was not great. And then I would not even buy. I would buy shooters. I still wanted to, or I would. I'd buy hard alcohol, but I'd buy shooters because like I knew like if I buy a bottle, like I'm gonna drink all of it or drink a lot of it. So if I buy like 3 shooters and like a 6 pack of like 10% IPAs or whatever, like that's not. I'm drinking a 6 pack and a couple shots. You know, it's not that bad. Meanwhile, I've drinking like 15 standard drinks or something, 16 standard drinks, who knows. And I would drink all of that, and I wake up, and I wouldn't feel too bad. And then some nights I would drink all of that, and then I'd go back out to the store and buy more. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. And all of this kind of came to a point 1 month ago, today, or, I don't know. It's been 31 days, but I don't know exactly. Basically 31 days ago, I was like, I was drank, and I woke up the next morning, wasn't even hungover really, I just felt, you know, kind of gross, but not like hungover, and I woke up and I realized, you know, I think I got a problem. I have a problem with alcohol. I don't know if I'm an alcoholic, but I definitely got a problem, so I gotta not drink so much. And I was like, well, no, I probably just should never drink, actually, and I decided to do that. And I was like, well, I've done these hiatuses before, so I'll just make this like an indefinite hiatus. And I did. And I'm doing it. And there's been times I've gone out with some friends to events or whatever, and I'm like, dang, go for a little drink. But I'm not going to. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. I guess that's the whole roundabout way of saying is like I've this is my my sober arc here. This is it. The crossroads was made. Down one path was eventually like probably getting to the stage of like, you know, needing alcohol in the morning to wake up and stop the shakes and all that stuff and who knows what else. And then the other path was, you know, just being a sober chud and just learning to live without it. So that's the path I took. I think it was the right path. I know I've only received positive feedback from people, and I just, you know, there's never been a downside to not drinking alcohol. So that's just kind of the video in total. You know, that's pretty much it. I need to just stop being such a little chungus. You know, you drop a little weight, but that can come with time. Yeah, that's it. So I'm very exhausted today. I don't know why. I really am. So that's probably, if this video even made sense, that's great. And to all 3 people who watch my videos, you know, Mom, I'm sorry if you see this, you know, whatever, but thanks for watching. If you did, I do appreciate it. I really upload these videos because I like making videos. I like talking to the camera and putting them on the internet so I can, honestly, I just watch them later myself. I'll kind of skim through them and just look at my thoughts at the time. It's more of just like a virtual, you know, diary, I guess, video diary. more than a, I need to make these videos. Oh shit. I mean, shoot. Do I? Oh no, it has to be this way. I dropped my phone. Yeah, more. I make the videos just because I like making videos, and not because like, oh, I need to get the algorithm to make lots of money and become a, influencer or whatever. But yeah, I expect some more videos. One video I do want to make at some point, because I just love watching other people's, and maybe someone will find it interesting if I do it, is to make like a day in the life kind of video. But I want to do it like a POV style, where you get one of those like little neck mount things and just record a video of me going about my day, and maybe that'll be kind of cool. I don't know, it'll be kind of fun. But hey, look, there's a squirrel back there. But I'm gonna go and eat, make some food, go home and eat, and just kind of chill. It's a little late to take a nap, but I might just take like a little 10-minute nap because I'm pretty exhausted. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. I love you. It's kind of a longer video. So, like I said, if you watched it, thank you. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you. God bless you. And take care of yourself. And we'll see you in the next one.